All right, we are live. Welcome everybody to the Mavericks Lifestyles Rogue Hangout. It's Alicia Drew here, and today I'm joined by the lovely Sheena Yap-Chan. And hey, we're sorry for those of you that are joining us live today. We're sorry for the delay. We had a few technical difficulties arise, but those of you that are watching the replay, it's all good. And today's topic that we're going to chat with you about today is how to build your online business presence through the unique art of blogging. Now, we've got some really awesome things coming up within our community over the next few weeks, and particularly what we call Kalatu Premium. And for those of you that are in our community, you'll know exactly what that means. But those of you that are not, it's actually what I would call a premium version of our Kalatu blogging system platform. And there are a number of amazing features and benefits of this platform that we'll get into a little bit later on. But for right now, we just want to chat to you a little bit about why it's so important for you to have an online presence and how you can actually build your business or your personal brand through the art of blogging. Now, I think there's a big misconception out there when it comes to blogging as to who it's for and why people need it. Now, what's so great about our platform is that it doesn't matter whether you're a network marketer, you're an affiliate marketer, a real estate agent, a small business owner, or even someone that just wants to build their own personal brand. You always need to have yourself a powerful online presence. And what we have coming up for you is going to do exactly that. You want to have something that's working for you 24/7, even while you're sleeping. Now, I know, Sheena, you'll agree with me when you say that. When I say that, that's one of the most powerful things that I believe about blogging is the fact that, once we create our content, it's out there in the online world 24/7, and it's working for us all the time. Now, those of you that are traditional network marketers out there, I know that a lot of you have generic websites that your company gives you in order to share your products and services and what you have to offer. And that's great. But majority of the ones that I've seen are so generic that all they do is give you a little section where you put your image and like a little small bio section. And other than that, everything is quite generic. Now, a lot of network marketers will say, I already have my own site. I already have a place to send people to take a look at what I have to offer. But the thing is, it's not very unique to you. It's not personally branded to you. And it's something that you don't really have control of. And you can't upload your own valuable content for your target audience. So a blogging platform allows you to do that. And there are a few other misconceptions that I want to touch on a little bit here. I know a lot of people will say, particularly network marketers, that, they don't like blogging. They hate blogging. They don't like writing. Now, I believe that most of the people that say that really don't understand how powerful a blogging platform actually is and what it can do for them in their business. This day and age, I really believe that we need to be giving as much value and education to our target audience as we possibly can. I mean, gone are the days where you can just throw somebody a link, throw somebody your products and services and expect them to buy. We need to give them a ton of value and actually educate people so they can actually warm up to us as a person, because they need to know, like, and trust us in order for them to buy from us and learn more from us. And that's exactly what a blogging platform can do, especially for network marketers. I really believe that this new Kalatu Premium is going to change the face of network marketing once we get going and network marketers really see the power of what we have to offer here. And also affiliate marketers. Affiliate marketers are more so online than network marketers, but it's the same concept. And, if you're running any type of business, if you're a real estate agent, if you run any type of small business, you need to have an online presence. And, there's millions and millions and millions of businesses that don't even know we exist right now. And we're going to be changing that with this new platform that's coming out and allowing every type of business to be able to build their online presence with what we have to offer. And, you know, in saying that, I remember when I first got online and I started blogging, and I had no idea what I was doing, absolutely no idea. But I just did what I was told to do. I started blogging. And if I look back to a couple of years ago and take a look at my first few blogs and I look at where I am now, it's mind-blowing to see the difference. And, you know, the difference mainly is the fact that I started to educate myself and got involved in our community and really, really dove into how to blog and the tools that you actually needed to do it. And now that we have Kalatu Premium, or even Kalatu, the basic platform, it is so simple to get set up and get going. I mean, you can literally write blog posts in under 10 minutes. I know for me, I've never done that before. I don't know about you, Sheena. I think you have. But for me, it takes me, you know, I'm a little bit of a perfectionist with things. I probably take a little bit more time than I should on getting things set up. But you can actually write posts in under 10 minutes. And a lot of you are probably saying, well, how is that possible? You know, I've always thought the blogging is me having to write essays and all this kind of thing, and it's going to take me hours. Well, we have so many tools inside the Kalatu system that are there to help you. And just to name a few, we have things like suggested headlines, suggested ideas. There are so many features and plugins inside the system so that the brand new person can come in and just get going immediately. You don't have to worry about coding and all that technical kind of stuff. You can just get in and get going immediately. And the Kalatu Premium is going to be even more packed full of features, which we'll talk about a little bit later on. But Sheena, do you remember your first blog post, and how is it compared to what you're creating now?
I do remember it, and it was just something really stupid, like why I'm blogging, or oh, I just set up my first blog. And you know, it was just because you have to start getting used to certain things that you're not used to, right? Like blogging was a whole new thing for me. So, you know, and I was a little scared back then, you know, blogging, because it's like, who's going to read my stuff, or what if people laugh at me? But I did it anyways, and you know, one of our core commitments is to blog daily. So that was another reason why I did it, just so that I can learn to get used to the idea of blogging every single day. But I mean, who starts off as a like as a perfectionist or an expert? You know, everyone starts from the bottom, and if you want to build something, start somewhere, regardless you make mistakes or not. Now, I'm not like Alicia. I just pretty much write out what I need to say, and then after, I figure, oh man, I need like some grammar. I need like a plug-in to like check all my grammar.
Oh, that might be a good suggestion.
It's like, I read through my stuff. I read one article one time, and I mean, you know, some people don't care, because if you put a lot of feeling into it, you know, all those mistakes don't happen. But then, you know, I guess you like to take pride in your work a little and get it done in a way where it looks good. But, you know, I just put out content there, and it's there. And I'm just saying that because some people are so scared of making a mistake that they end up not doing anything. And, you know, you have to be okay with making mistakes, because everyone makes mistakes, right? You just gotta learn from them. So, you know, like Thomas Edison found 10,000 ways not to make a light bulb work, right? Or Colonel Sanders got 1,000 no's before he got a yes for Kentucky Fried Chicken. You know, I heard this quote, like 9 out of 10 times things aren't going to work, but that one time that it will work will impact 80% of the world. And that makes sense. I mean, look at the light bulb, right? The one time that it did work, look at the impact it's made around us, right? I mean, everyone has a light bulb. Everybody, almost. And, you know, just be okay with making a mistake, you know. And for me, there's no such thing as failure. It's just all feedback. The only time you do, you know, fail is if you quit, if you just stop, doing what you want to do or fighting for your dreams. And I always think blogging is a great way to build a business because of what it can do. I mean, look at sites like Huffington Post. I mean, I think that's like the biggest blogging platform in the world, but they get a ton of traffic every single day. Or something as funny as like BuzzFeed, right? They just share articles. And some people might think you always have to come up with your own stuff, but you can reference other people's stuff, put a little spin to it, and post on your blog, right? It's okay to share information on it. That's what it's for. It's for, it's a platform where people can come and maybe you're like a yoga expert and you want to teach people how to do yoga. You can do videos and post on your blog. Maybe there's some cool yoga gear that you want to share with people so that maybe they can do yoga better, or maybe it's better for their legs, to stretch out. I don't know because I'm not a yoga expert, but if you can list down problems of what yoga people go through, and you're the solution to that, people keep coming back to you because you're like the solution to that. You're like the go-to person. And when you give so much value out there, I think it's called, like, if you fill up your Goodwill bank, you're going to get it back in return, right? You don't give to get, you give to receive. Just you have to be open to receive it after. So, and I think blogging is a great way because you can give so much value. You become people get to know you so much better through reading to your blog than having a generic website, like Alicia said, for, let's say, a network marketing company, right? And, I used to do the same thing. I would just send my website, but then nobody really knew who I was. And if you want a person to join you, you want them to join because of who you are and where you're going, not because of, what business you're in. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's so true. People join you. People buy from you because of the value that you've created and you've helped solve their problem, and they trust you. And I think that's very, very important. And, talking about the generic websites, once again, I see it time and time and time again, and there's no way for me to get to know and like and trust that specific person who wants me to buy from them if they're sending me to a generic website, because I know that they didn't create it and all they have is a little picture of themselves and a small bio. To me, it's very impersonal. It's quite cold, even though the website might be brilliant, the way that it's set up, but it's really only mainly just actually selling the product and service. There's no content, there's no value where you can showcase you, through video, as Sheena mentioned, through images, through text. I mean, we have some amazing ways that you can showcase yourself. You don't have to write, 2,000 word blog posts. You don't have to write essays, and, you don't have to have the best grammar in the world. You can post videos, you can post all sorts of things, which is really encouraged because, a majority of people are coming to the internet to have their problems solved. And whatever niche that you're in, I can guarantee that there's tons and tons of people out there that are looking for what you have to offer. They're looking for the solution that you have to offer. And to find out whether that's true or not, all you have to do is Google your niche. Google things about the niche that you're in and see what people are searching for. Just type it into Google and see what comes up. I can almost guarantee you that there'll be a ton of articles, a ton of blogs, and a ton of websites that are talking about that niche and solving people's problems. And it could be anything from, anything like from knitting to, I don't know, whatever else. But, it's the internet. There's always going to be a person in this world, upon the millions and millions of people there are on the planet, that are looking for what you have to offer. So don't think that what you have is not what people want. And as I said, you can always research and see how many people are looking for what you have to offer. And that's what's so great about our platform as well, is we actually teach you how to get your blog posts ranked on Google in the search engines, so that when people type in a specific problem, you can come up as the solution. And then they'll be able to go to your blog and check you out. They can, one of the great things is that when they go to your blog, they can always come back to it. That's what I think is another great feature. I've had a few of my readers that have become quite loyal, and they continue to come back to my blog to see what I have to offer. And, you know, usually a person won't buy your product or service the first time they see it. I think they say it takes at least 7 exposures for somebody to buy something. Now, if you had a blog, what do you think would be the case there? The person would be able to come back to that blog at any given moment and take a look at what you have to offer over and over and over again, and continually warm up to you. And eventually they could quite possibly buy from you. And if they don't, and they're extremely interested, you will have a place where you can capture what we call the lead. A person who's extremely interested in what you have to offer, they will enter their, well, sometimes their name and email address. Sometimes it's just email address. And this is where you can build a list of interested people that have put their hand up and said, yes, I want to know more about this particular product. I want to know more about what you're sharing over here, whatever it is. And you can start building your list of clientele and interested prospects for what you have to offer. And that's working for you 24/7. That's what's so amazing about that. And, you know, I speak to a lot of people within the industry who don't feel that they need to have a blog, and they feel that just posting on social media is pretty much the same thing. Now, it really isn't, because once you post on social media, usually the post is going to get lost in the mix of things. If people don't see it straight away, or they don't come to your profile, it's probably going to get lost in the mix. And, you know, we basically call that the billboard that actually takes people to your blogging platform. You want to post on your social media through the tools that we provide and what we call syndication, and lead that person to your blog post so they can come to your site. And, you know, a lot of people will have the blog and they don't realize that they actually need to get eyeballs on that content. They think that people are just going to come rolling in and seeing what they have to offer. And this is where we teach you syndication. This is where we teach you how to get eyeballs, targeted eyeballs, on what it is that you have to offer, so people actually see what you have, which is really, really important as well. So I'm really, really excited about what we have coming up. And Sheena, do you want to let everybody know like a few things about what we have going on with Kalatu Premium, and, you know, what are some of the features that it's going to have compared to the regular Kalatu system?
Sure, but before I do that, I actually wanted to show everyone, you know, why blogging is great. You know, I'm going to show you a blog that, you know, that is popular, which is the Huffington Post, and I just want you to see why people go there a lot, right? I'm just going to share my screen quickly. Oh, here. So, can you see my screen?
Yes.
So, as you know, Huffington Post, I think, is one of the largest blogging platforms in the world. They actually use a WordPress blog, which is what we have in our Kalatu, and WordPress is one of the largest blogging platforms in the world. But you have to realize, if you're gonna build your own business by blogging, you know, you have to consider the facts that you can't blog on a free blogging platform, right? Because WordPress has a paid one and a free one, and there's a reason why they have a paid one, because a free one limits you to so many things. You know, if you have a lot of traffic coming, you got to pay more. If you wanna sell something, you have to get the paid blogging platform, and that can cost money, because then you gotta learn how to do HTML, then you gotta get hosting, you gotta do put in all kinds of plugins that you don't know about, and then sometimes when you put them, there's nothing. You know, like there's so many problems when you start your own blog like your own blog from scratch, versus, you know, getting a viral blogging platform like the Kalatu that can do that for you. And all you need to do is just start blogging as soon as like 10 minutes is after you set up, right? I mean, as soon as you click the button below with, you know, and sign up, it's done in 10 minutes. I know, because I've already set it up. I've set up 2 blogs within 10 minutes, and it's, you know, it was so easy, right? Because what we provide is called excuse-free blogging. You know, it's going to be so simple that a 5th grader can do it. So This is Huffington Post, right? I went to the travel section because I like to travel, and they're talking about Hawaii's Waimanalo Beach being the best beach in the U.S., right? But as you can see, look at all the social sharing that's around here. Almost 6,800 likes, 760 shares, 44 tweets, 124 pins, 32 comments. But as you can see, when people are reading this, right, they're reading about what Waimanalo Beach is all about. It's funny because I've actually been to that beach and it is pretty gorgeous. But you can see at the right column, right, there's ads, right? You see Pinnacle vodka. I've never even heard of that vodka. You can scroll down and see what this Pinnacle vodka is all about. Then they have a contest about the vodka, and then they have other articles within Huffington Post that you can click that will probably show more ads, right? Then look, suggested for you. You may like 5 reasons you should be eating beets. And as you can see, look, it's another promoted link, right? So that's one thing about having a blog is that you can put your own things, your own ads. Maybe you have a like Alicia said, a knitting business, or maybe you have a network marketing company that you want to promote. But you can, do that using the the the, the space where you can advertise. And what's so great about our platform is it's already set up for you. All you need to do is input the information you need to advertise whatever you have. So, think about it. I was reading this article about some of the top bloggers in the world, and the number one blogger, I think, makes about over $500,000 a month, about $600,000 to $800,000 a month from blogging, and that's just one person. So imagine if you have a if you have a business, or if you are in business and you're not using blogging, you are losing money, because if there's one person who can make over $500,000 from blogging, and I'm sure this person started from scratch like everybody else. He's no different from you and me. We're all the same. We all have, the same abilities. He just went out there and got it done. There's no excuses. I'm sure he probably fucked up a couple of times when he first started, but he went ahead and did it anyways. Another blogger that a lot of people don't like. I mean, I'm not a big fan of him either. Is Perez Hilton, right? All he does is talk about stars, right? He talks about celebrity gossip, and he's one of the most hated men on the internet. But you know what? He banks about $200,000 to $400,000 a month doing that stuff. Love him or hate him, he still makes money. You may laugh at him, you may criticize him, you may judge him, but he's the one who's laughing last because he's laughing all the way to the bank. And you got to start thinking, wow, those should be eye-opening info that you need to start, wondering, what can blogging work for me? Of course it can, right? What kind of a question is that? Why wouldn't it work for you? What makes you think blogging wouldn't work for you, right? Blogging can work for anybody who just puts their heart and soul into it. If you have a big dream, maybe you want to travel more, maybe you want to spend more time with your family. Blogging can be a solution to that. Is it going to be easy? No, right? Of course, anything that you want in life that's worth fighting for, you're going to go through obstacles. Heck, even in life that you feel like you have to play it safe all the time, you still run in through obstacles. So you might as well just go out there and just do whatever it is you want to do. Fight for your dreams and just get it done, because in life we all run through obstacles. We're all going to go through that, challenges. You just got to learn how to react from them. I mean, me and Alicia, we go through challenges every day. It doesn't mean we stop. We don't even talk about it, because we have a dream that's so big that it can fit everyone. We just want to help you start living your life. Start finally having that personal freedom you've been dreaming about, right? Maybe you wanted to climb, I don't know, Mount Kilimanjaro, and maybe blogging can allow you to do that. I mean, blogging has allowed Alicia and I to travel, right? I mean, we've met at live events. We've gone out, to Las Vegas and partied. I was able to live in Hawaii for almost 6 months, because now you have a business that can run anywhere in the world with an internet connection, right? But there's a ton of blogging platforms out there. There's tons out there, and I'm sure they're great. But we chose the blogging platform that we're using now, which is the Kalatu, because of the excuse-free blogging, right? When you have a little feature that says, "Give me an idea," I mean, come on, right? I mean, I'm sure, Alicia, you've been there are times where you just stare at the computer and you're like, what the hell am I going to blog about? Like, what the hell am I going to blog about, right? And we all go through that. This solves that problem. You need a headline. There's another little doohickey thing in there that you can click. Give me a headline, right? I mean, you don't have to be a tech wizard to know all these things. You just got to have that fire in you to just get it started. And I know that fire's inside you. It's just maybe that fire's been put out and someone just needs to light it up again. And maybe that's why you're here. Maybe that's why you're talking to us. Maybe that's why you're listening to the sounds of our voice, because you're sick and tired of the bullshit that you're going through right now. You want to start doing something different. And if you want a different outcome, then you have to start doing something different. It's not just going into work Monday to Friday, working 8-hour shifts, doing that for the next 10 years, thinking, where did my life go, right? I know I've been there. Sometimes when I used to be in my job, I'd sit down and I think, where did my life go? How did 10 years of my life just pass without doing, just went away like doing nothing really of importance, nothing insignificant, right? And, life is so short that you have to go and do something that's worth fighting for. So, sorry about that, Alicia. I went a little off topic, but I mean, it's just, when you start blogging, when you start doing things that can really help people and surround yourself with a really great community that we have, where there's no such thing as competition. We all help each other out. We all work together. I mean, this is why. I mean, me and Alicia aren't even in like the same team, but to me, in my eyes, we are a team, because we want to help you, right? We don't care if it's someone from Kenya or someone from South America. Whoever needs that help, we are here, right? And some people misconcept help with like hand holding, right? We're not going to hand hold you. We're going to show you the resources, right? That can help you, become a great blogger, learn how to market effectively on the internet. Because if we hand hold you, you're going to take this for granted and not do anything, right? I mean, I remember I used to depend on my sponsor so much that I didn't end up doing anything. So one day I just decided, to myself that I'm just going to get this done. I don't know how. I don't know if I'm going to fuck it up. I don't know if I'm going to do this thing right or wrong. If it's wrong, then I'll go find a different way, right? But whatever it took, I was just going to do it, right? And because of that, when you're more independent of fighting for your own dreams, you're going to find ways. The universe is going to leave clues for you that you're on the right path. So just start blogging. Just click that button and just start blogging and start fighting for your dreams out there, because there's nothing else like this, right? We just love helping people. We're here to help you, right? We're here to serve you. I mean, we've been blessed with so much in our lives that we have to pass this blessing on, right? So, Alicia, do you have anything else? Sorry, I just like
No, that's awesome. And it's so true what you say. And for those of you out there, when we do speak about income, we do have an income disclosure at the bottom of this page. You can also go to income.mavericklifestyles.com. Our results or anyone else's results we talk about are not typical or average. And if you're watching this right now, you are definitely not average. So when you do take a look at the income disclosure, those average results are for average people, and you are not an average person. So, but we do need to get that out there just to let you know that it is up to you and how hard you're willing to work. And, as Sheena mentioned, we are here to support you and help you. We are not here to hold your hand, but we are here to help you fight for your dreams and get to where you want to be in life. And, there's this really awesome quote that I heard. I'm not sure who I heard it from, but it really resonated with me a couple of years ago when I heard it. And it is, if you take a look around right now at where you're at, just take a look around the room or wherever you are, and just take a look around you at who you're with and what you can see. And when you do that, you need to realize that everything around you and who you're surrounding yourself with, are things that you've said yes to. Everything in your life that's around you right now is what you've said yes to. And for a lot of people, that's a hard pill to swallow when they look around because they don't like what they see. And we're here to let you know that it's you that can change that. And if you look around and you don't like what you see, you can always change that. You have the power to change that. You have the power to turn around and say, no, I'm not happy with what I see and who I'm surrounding myself with, and I want to change that. Because everything in your life up until this moment is what you said yes to. And everything at this point in time is a product of your best thinking. That's also a very hard pill for people to swallow, realizing that where they are right now is because of their own best thinking. Your best thinking got you to where you are right now. And if you love where that place is, that's awesome. There's always room to be more awesome. And if you don't like that place, you can always hit the button below and get going. You know, we're here to help every single person, every single network marketer, every single affiliate marketer, every single real estate agent, every single business owner, anybody out there that wants to build their brand and truly help people, because that's what we're here to do. We're really here to help people transform their lives and live the lifestyle that themselves and their family truly deserves. And that's what this particular Kalatu platform can give to you and your business and your family. And with the platform that Sheena shared on the screen, the Huffington Post, it's amazing because I've mentioned to a few people, I've said to them, oh, did you realize that the Huffington Post and, you know, the New York Times, like big platforms like that, they're actually WordPress blogs. And when I tell that to people who don't understand blogging, they're completely blown away. They don't realize that what they're looking at is actually a blog. They think it's just a website. So there's a massive misconception there. A lot of people think that, you know, blogs are actually websites and they need to spend thousands and thousands of dollars to get a website developer to actually develop their website, which is up to you. You can do that, and that's awesome. But you don't have to do that. A blogging platform is all set up for you, especially our particular blogging platform. And I know Sheena touched on this a little bit. You don't want to ultimately have a free blog because you are going to run into a ton of issues. And I think I remember you, Sheena, saying that you knew a lady who was selling particular products and services at one point, and the particular blogging platform that she was using, they deleted all of her content on her blog. Is that right?
Yeah, they actually I don't even know her. I just heard it from somebody else. But they were saying that she was promoting her network marketing company through a blog, and because of that, it was like a year's work down the drain. They just cut it off because you don't own the rights to that when you have a free blog. It's actually owned by the blogging platform because they're the ones controlling it, right? They're the ones who have to see, are you selling stuff? Are you taking away our income, right? So, you know, when they scan through and they see you're selling products, you're selling your business, oh, they're just going to be like, they're going to can it. They're just going to stop it and not even tell you because they have the right to do that. Kind of like Facebook. I mean, if you break one of their terms and conditions, they can take your account right away, which is why you need something that is long-lasting, something that can, you know, get searched on Google on the first page. And we actually, you know, we have proof that our blogging platform can go on the first page of Google within seconds, right? It can be from me, it can be from Alicia, or, you know, the hundreds of thousands of people who use our platform because it works, right? Obviously, like Alicia said, results are typical, right? But, you know, if it's possible for us, it's possible for you. I mean, we didn't start as experts. We started as, you know, two people who just wanted to learn how to get this done, did whatever it took to get it done, and now we're still doing it. I mean, we still go, you know, there's still a lot of things we don't know. I'm telling you right now, if someone asks me how to do a certain thing, you know what my answer is? I don't know, right? If you want to know, go on Google, go on YouTube, you know, check out other people in our community who do know, because, you know, the best thing about it is we help each other, you know, share our content out to the internet space. And because of that, you can start learning from other people and apply it, right? You know, the simplest thing to do when you blog is this: learn, do, and teach, right? Learn, do, and teach. That's all you need to implant that in your head. If you can learn something, if you did it, got a result, teach it. Like one time, I think I did, I did something where I got, 10 to 15 leads in one day. So you know what I did? I did a video showing this is how I got 10 to 15 leads in one day. Imagine if you're a network marketer, what kind of, the kind of time you can save getting 10 to 15 leads in one day in your business. How much, how much time you can save from calling, pounding that freaking phone every single day, right? I mean, right, Alicia? I mean, even having 5 leads in one day, that's a big time saver than pounding, calling 100 people a day, right? Because that's exhausting. I don't know if it's exhausting for anyone who's watching this, but it's exhausting for me. It's a time sucker. We're here to make time work for us instead of us working for time. So.
And you used to do traditional network marketing for a little bit, didn't you, Sheena?
Yeah, I mean, I would go to the mall and hand out product. I mean, I would do home parties. I would drive 2-3 hours to go to a business meeting. I even went on a date with someone just so he would come to my home parties. You do the dumbest shit. It's true. Like, people do the dumbest shit when it comes to network marketing because it's, you do whatever it takes. But some of these things are outdated and some of them are really stupid, right? I mean, I'm not here putting down people. It's just, when you think about it, when you sit down and think about it, it's like, I can't believe I did all that stupid stuff. But then I can learn from it and tell people there's a better way, right? When you can experience it and tell people, hey, I've been there, I know what you're going through, and now I've found a solution, then people will come to you. They're going to be like, well, what's the solution? This is the solution. Why is it that you started your network marketing business? Is it to spend more time with your daughter? Is it to travel the world? What is it that made you start in the beginning? Is it because, you just want to quit your job, right? I actually, there's this lady that I know who was in the same network marketing company as me, and she had like 4 or 5 babysitters on call because she would have to go to other people's houses to present. And as a mother, I would not want to have that many babysitters. I would rather be at home with my child than to leave that child with another person. And these aren't just, I'm not normal. Physically they've been sick for a while, so it's harder to take care of them because there's so many needs versus just a child who's healthier. So I mean, you want to be there to take care of them. You want to be there for those children. But if you're out there, 3-4 nights a week doing home tastings, doing one-on-ones and prospecting at the mall, I mean, what kind of life is that, right? What kind of life is that for a child? You're better off just going to work and work overtime and come home, right? I mean, for the amount of work you do, and then in the end you sponsored like 20 people and get a $3 commission. It's crazy.
Oh yeah, definitely. And just on that, with the commission, with this new Kalatu Premium platform we have an amazing new compensation plan that's going with it. And in the words of David Wood, our founder, he said there is going to be nothing like this particular compensation plan in the network marketing industry. There is going to be nothing like it. There will be nothing that beats this compensation plan. So that is also something really powerful to keep in mind. And, we always applaud network marketers because they are searching for a better way and a better way of life and living, and they've made the decision to do whatever it takes to achieve that, which is awesome. But with the invention of the internet, there are so many better ways to do that. Back in the days of Amway, like back in the 1950s, back then, they had no other way to build their business. It was the only way, and we progressed forward. And now, for over the last 20 years, since the invention of the internet, it is mind-blowing how when you get on board by clicking the button below and you see and start getting yourself educated on how you can reach people all over the globe and show them you and your products and services and sell you. When you see how powerful it is, it truly does blow your mind. I remember when I first got started in this community, and I was absolutely fascinated with how everything worked and how you could truly help people and connect with people from all over the globe through a blogging platform. It was mind-blowing. And, you know, the traditional ways of building a network marketing business, they do work. We're not saying that they don't work. They do work. But I find the problem with that is when they do work, you have to continue to keep doing it. And you have to keep doing it over and over and over and over again. You have to keep cold calling people over and over and over again, driving around, as Sheena mentioned. You know, all of those things that are time sucking and keeping you away from your family, who you are building this business for. So there is an actual better way to do it by getting online where people can actually find you 24 hours a day, even when you're sleeping. You don't even need to be there for it to happen. You don't have to drive to the home party. You don't have to go walking around Walmart selling your products and services. You don't have to call people that don't know you. And that's the real beauty of it. I mean, I grew up amongst network marketing from a young age, and I didn't even realize it until I started in the community that we're in now. Because I was surrounded by it, I didn't even realize that I was a part of it. My sister was a Mary Kay consultant for many, many years, and she was a director and had her own unit. And she actually met Mary Kay as well. And she was phenomenal inside the business. And she was working the business part-time along with her dance school that she still runs to this very day. And she also runs dance competitions and pageants and things like that. And it was a phenomenal experience because I would go along to these home parties and to all the functions and things. And because Mary Kay is makeup and we were both dancers, it really kind of connected the products and services. And this was back before the internet. And it was a really great way to build a business. And, you know, I grew up in that environment without even realizing that that's what it was at that particular time. And I look back at that now, and with the internet around, there are so many other ways that you can build the business. We're not saying that you have to stop doing the home parties and things like that, because I know that a lot of people do like the personal interaction. They find it really fun. But what if you could do that not as much? And what if you could do something else on the side and have everything set up online at the same time so that you didn't have to be there for it to work? Now that is truly powerful when you can educate yourself on that and discover how that's possible for you. It's literally mind-blowing. I know that's how I felt when I first discovered it. And, you know, I want to get into a little bit now of what Kalatu Premium actually is. And Sheena, feel free to chime in at any point in time. But as far as I know, if you're watching this live right now, it is going to be available for affiliates within our community within the next few days, and the public very shortly after that. And if you're watching the replay, it's most likely already available. And the difference with the premium Kalatu is it's specifically designed for business owners, network marketers, affiliate marketers, real estate agents, all the types of people that we've been talking about through this hangout, pretty much everybody who wants to build a business and a brand. And there are a number of features that have been added on to the Kalatu Premium. I know that one of them is the 7-minute blog hacks, which I think is really cool. And it's going to be 7-minute videos each week that you are going to have access to, that the top leaders within our community, the top bloggers, are going to put together of tips and tricks for blogging for you to access every single week. Now, I think that's an awesome feature because people's attention spans these days are quite short, and 7 minutes is really, really going to help people to learn a little bit of a new skill and a new tip each week inside the platform. And another one of the features is a question and answer webcast. There's going to be live webcasts. I think they're also weekly, where you'll jump on live, like where we are right now, and you can ask live questions about anything to do with the blogging platform and how, you know, you're going with your blogging. That'll be available to you every single week as well, which is really awesome, so you can feel part of a community. Because a lot of the time we feel alone when we're working online. We can feel quite overwhelmed and very alone. So it's always important to have that weekly coming together, like what we do here on our Hangout, and we can share our ideas and our thoughts. There's also going to be premium plugins. I think there's like 3 premium plugins as far as I know, and then you get access to a new plugin like once a month after that, premium plugin. And for those of you that don't know what a plugin is, it's basically features, optional features that you can add and take away from your blog. There's a whole bunch of those inside the platform. You can add those, you can take them away, you can build it however you like. And there's also going to be premium themes as well, like a whole bunch of different layouts that you can access, more layouts than what there is in the regular Kalatu. And you're free to change up your theme whenever you like and test and tweak things. And I think they'll also be developing those themes moving forward as well. I think I kind of covered it all. Is that the main things there, Sheena? Is there anything else you can think of?
I think that's it. I mean, I don't know if you mentioned there was going to be 10 blog. You get 10 blogs.
Oh yes, the best feature. I thought I knew there was something I was missing.
But yeah, you get 10 blogs, and you know you're probably thinking, what am I going to do with 10 blogs? Well, you know there's like 70 million, I think, small business owners that don't even have a blog because, for many reasons, they still think traditional way is the best way to do it. Oh, I see your cat like licking his paw, or her paw, like her shadow just like popped out of nowhere. Sorry, I got a little distracted. I'm sure you're watching Alicia's cat too as I'm looking at it because I just got hypnotized by the cat. But
yeah, for those of you that don't know our cat Atreyu, she usually joins us each week on the Hangout. So
she popped out of nowhere.
Yeah, she pops in and out. You know, you can see her washing in the background, and she'll be sticking her leg up every now and again. It's hilarious.
It's so funny. But 70 million small business owners. Imagine if you can present a platform like the Kalatu Premium to them where they feel confident enough to market on the internet, and when you tell them we have little hacks that can help them become a better blogger. I mean, think how many businesses' lives you can change, right? Think of what it can do. Think of the power that it can have on those businesses. A lot of them are so afraid because they're afraid that it might not work for them. They don't know where to market. They don't know how to market on the internet. They have no clue where to start. These businesses are lost, and we have to be those people who can show them the way. And if you're watching this and you haven't clicked that button, what are you doing then? Why are you still here watching us, right? Is it because you just want to check us out as girls, or I don't know what your reason is? Or are you really, really, finally ready to change, finally ready to hit that button and just start blogging? Just start. Who cares if your blog is 3 sentences? There's 3 sentences more than yesterday, right? All you have to do is just keep doing a little bit more until you get confident enough, and just start. Just start doing something, right? You gotta start doing different things to get different outcomes. Because if you keep on doing the same thing and it's not working, you gotta think, well, what am I doing, right? Have I gone mad, right? So, especially, I'm very passionate on helping women become more financially free. And when a woman is able to earn her own income, and she has more choices in the world. She doesn't have to stay in an abusive relationship. She doesn't have to, go work at a strip club. You don't have to do these things where you feel like you have no other choice, right? Because now there's a way. There's a way for you to build a business that's legitimate, that you can be okay to do, and you have all these choices in the world that you can do. Maybe you want to build a school in Africa like Oprah did, right? Look what happened when Oprah had all this money. She now has the means and resources to help other people out there who are in need, like helping little girls go to school. right? Wouldn't you want to do something like that? Build a school in Africa or maybe somewhere in Asia, somewhere where people need it the most, right? This is what you can do with money. Think of all the things that you can do if you had all this money. Maybe you just need an extra $1,000 a month. I don't know what you need. All I do need know is that you need something different. You need a better way of doing things, and today is that day. Whether you're watching the live webcast or the replay, you're here for a reason. And all you need to do is just click that button below, right? Just start. Just go down there, just click it, pull out your credit card, fill up the information, and get back to one of us. And we'll set you up the right way. We'll help you. We'll have maybe some one-on-one time, and we can get to know each other. So I know what you really need and what you need to get there. So yeah. I'm pretty excited. 2 more days till, well, right now the live webcast is in 2 more days, but if you're watching the replay, I'm not sure how many more days. Just know May 26th, if you are a customer or a member of our blogging community, you'll get early bird access. So just implant that in your head, May 26th. Or I need to join now and put May 26th on my calendar so I can get the Pilato Premium and start using it and start telling people this is a shit. So, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And just on the 10 blogs, my first initial reaction to that was, oh my God, 10 blogs, what am I going to do with 10 blogs, like what you said? And then I really started thinking about it, and I thought, well, this is actually really powerful, because majority of individuals will probably only have 1 or 2 blogs. But if you actually own a business where you have employees or you have a team, you have different departments, you can actually use different blogs for different niches. And not only that, you could use one page for a capture page, a landing page. You could use another page for like a sales video or information about your products and services. You could have other pages devoted to your team, like private team trainings and things like that. Like, the possibilities are endless when you have access to 10 blogs. Right now with Kalatu, I believe we have access to 3. Is it 3, Sheena?
Yeah, it's 3.
I thought it was 3. Just wanted to make sure. With Kalatu Premium, you have 10. So it allows you to do so much more, and that's going to be one of the most powerful features as well. And just before we head out, since we're talking about getting started by clicking the button below, I'm actually reading this book right now for the second time, which is called Start by John Acuff. I don't know if you've read that one, Sheena, or not. But
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, it's an awesome one. I actually was referred to this, I think, by Tracy Walker, one of our leaders within the community. It was a couple of years ago, I think she suggested this. I think it may have been for one of our live events. So it's punch fear in the face, escape average, and do work that matters. And it's a really, really awesome book about literally choosing to be awesome and getting started. And I just want to read you the inside cover here. That John Acuff has written, and it says, "No one aims for average, no one sets out for status quo, no one longs for ordinary. But one day you wake up and ask yourself, how did I get here? You wonder if there's a way to be more awesome more often, a way to punch fear in the face, escape average, and do work that matters. There is. It's not even that complicated. Since the dawn of time, every wildly successful life has gone through the same 5 stages. They used to be tied to your age. In your 20s, it was learning. In your 30s, it was editing. In your 40s, it was mastering. In your 50s, it was harvesting. And in your 60s, it was guiding. But the great news is it's no longer about when you were born. It's about when you decide to live. You don't have to be in your 20s to learn, and you don't have to be in your 50s to harvest. You just have to start." And this book is so powerful because it's so true. And John Acuff actually got started with his success from, guess what? Starting a blog. That's how he first got started. And the whole basis of this book is talking about what we've touched on a little bit. It doesn't matter how old you are anymore. Back in the day, it used to matter. It used to be that you had to be a certain age to be at a certain level. But now, because of the invention of the internet, it doesn't matter how old you are. You don't have to go through all those stages at a particular age. You still have to go through them, but you can be 50 years old, 60, 70, 80 years old and get started. And that's okay. Because of the education and the power that we have online and the way that we can speed up the process of getting you to where you want to be. It's so powerful. So I do recommend this book for anyone out there that hasn't read it. He really goes on to talk about how there's always two paths in life. And one of them is the awesome path, and the other one is the ordinary, non-awesome path. And we always have a choice. You know, the average path is going to be, you know, just average. It's going to be comfortable. And one day you are going to wake up and go, wow, you know, what happened to my life? You know, where's the time gone? What have I done? You know, or you can choose the awesome path, which of course is going to have ups and downs along the way. As we've mentioned on this hangout, you know, life is filled with challenges and we learn from those. But it's a much more awesome path, and it's awesome from the very beginning. It doesn't just get awesome at the end. It's an awesome decision which you can make right now by hitting that button below and just getting started. That is the key. Just gaining the courage and the strength to choose the path of awesome and get started right now. So with that being said, we're going to close out today. We want to thank you all for being with us today. And if you are watching this live, hit that button below and get inside so you can be one of the first along with us to get access to Kolatu Premium. And if you are watching the replay, it's most likely available for you right now. So you can get in and get going, and we'll be here to support you on along the way. And we will see you on the Rogue Hangout, same time, same place next week.